But it's being reported that the Los Angeles Lakers feel as though they could land Donovan Mitchell. It says there are just hours to go before the NBA trade deadline, and therefore the clock is ticking for the Los Angeles Lakers to make a move. They have been linked to a number of players, and while their current roster seems to have lots of potential, they still have at least one roster deficiency. It says this year's trade landscape doesn't exactly look impressive, and there doesn't seem to be any true difference makers who will get moved by 3 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. As a result, some have speculated that the Los Angeles Lakers will be better off waiting until the summer to make a significant trade that would move the needle. Reportedly, they may do just that, partly because they feel they could land star guard Donovan Mitchell. It says if LA is still stubborn about going with a 3-star setup, and if LeBron James remained with the organization past this summer, Mitchell would seem to be an attractive target, at least on the surface. He's averaging 28.2 points and a career high 6.4 assists a game, and he has a history of turning things up in big games. According to a guy named Bill Reader, whatever his name is, sources tell CBS Sports that a complicated factor on whether or not the Lakers acquire an impact player in the next 24 hours is the belief within the organization they could have a chance to acquire Donovan Mitchell this summer. Knicks also could be in play. Well, too bad that's not going to happen. This is just to save face, because they know that a lot of the bronsexuals, they're being fooled by the media into believing that the Los Angeles Lakers roster, that they don't have talent on the roster. And as a result of them thinking the Lakers don't have talent on the roster, they believe that's the reason why the Lakers are losing, when in fact it's LeBron James who is the reason why the Lakers are an atrocity. They believe that the fans are going to be outraged at the fact that the Los Angeles Lakers couldn't pull off a move with the trade deadline approaching. This will keep fans from being upset, so we'll just put out the rumor that we're just going to wait for this summer. But the Lakers have a 0 chance of landing Donovan Mitchell. I know the Los Angeles Lakers, the franchise, they know that they're royalty, and we know that they're this luxurious franchise, one of the most coveted, one of the most valuable franchise in the NBA. However, it's really arrogant to think that out of all 32 teams in the RBA, why do the Los Angeles Lakers feel as though they're the most deserving of the tarantulas service? The 8-legged monster. The 8-legged monster. The 8-legged monster. Donovan Mitchell is the reason why the Cavaliers are winning. A big reason why they're winning. And they're playing really well. Why would Donovan Mitchell go from a winning team to a losing team? Now, you guys heard me mention in a previous video why I think LeBron James wants to return back to Cleveland, which wasn't playing with his son, Bronny James, but it was more so about returning to Cleveland and do his best to try to prevent Donovan Mitchell from breaking all of his records. Now, if you guys weren't paying attention, it said that LeBron James had the most 40-point games, which was he had over 51 40-point games. For LeBron James, it took him 11 seasons to get to 51. Just think, in 2 seasons, Donovan Mitchell already has 17 40-point games. That's just in 2 seasons. 17 40-point games. Just imagine what he can do in like 6 or 7 more seasons. Just imagine if he stays with Cleveland. So to avoid him breaking all of his records, he said, man, well, I'm going to go back. I'm going to play with Donovan Mitchell. We already know that LeBron James is the primary ball handler, which means this takes the ball out of Donovan Mitchell's hands. That means LeBron James is going to get majority of the shot attempts. So that's why he wants to go back to Cleveland, so nobody forget about him and what he has done and accomplished with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And now I'm starting to think about it. That could have been why LeBron James wanted to return back to Cleveland the first time when he left for Miami. Could it be the same way Donovan Mitchell is on pace to break a lot of his records? Was he in fear that Kyrie Irving was going to break his records? So that's why he left Miami and went back to Cleveland? He sold it as if he was coming back to bring a championship to the city of Cleveland. But now his selling point can be, I want to go back to Cleveland to play with my son. But he really don't want Donovan Mitchell to break his records. The same way he probably didn't want Kyrie Irving to break his records either. He's really concerned about Donovan Mitchell breaking a lot of his records. And that was one of the reasons he wanted for Russell Westbrook to join the Lakers. Because Russell Westbrook, so he can eventually surpass Russell Westbrook for the most triple doubles of all time. LeBron James traded for Russell Westbrook, knowing that it's not a great fit. They have the same playing style. For you to have the highest basketball IQ in all NBA history, and you not recognize before it even happens, it's not a great fit. Because even I knew, I'm just a YouTuber. I'm just a YouTuber, and I knew I was one of the first ones who said that the Lakers should not trade for Russell Westbrook. They have the same playing style. Everybody criticized me, told me, you don't know basketball. You don't know basketball. And I said, I was telling them. Russell Westbrook joined the Lakers. You could probably count in your hand how many times Russell Westbrook had a triple-double. We're talking about the Mr. Triple-Double machine. But as I said, now you're hearing reports that the Lakers have the strongest possibility of being able to trade for Donovan Mitchell. Isn't that a coincidence? The likelihood of the Los Angeles Lakers landing Donovan Mitchell, it consists on one thing. It would have to be the Los Angeles Lakers trading LeBron James back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They will have to include a few first-round draft picks in exchange for Donovan Mitchell. They paired Donovan Mitchell alongside Anthony Davis. Of course, LeBron James is calling on the Spider-Man to come save the day. Spider Mitch does whatever a Spider Mitchell does. See, LeBron James is like Mary Jane. Hold on, Mary Jane. Hold on, Mary Jane. Hold on, Mary Jane. And Anthony Davis is playing the role of Aunt May. Yes, he's Aunt May. Aunt May, who's the old wrinkled woman. That's who Anthony Davis acts like. An old, wrinkled, injured woman. The man stays hurt. Always complaining about his back. Always complaining about his knees. He's like an old Karen. That's right, I said it, an old Karen. And he's begging, asking for Spider-Man, using his fingers as horns to throw his webs through the skies and fly through the skies from Cleveland to Los Angeles to help the Los Angeles Lakers win another NBA championship. Because LeBron James knows that he can't lead a team on his own. So he's calling for Spider-Man to do it. LeBron James is begging like a crack addict. Please, let me get some help. Please, I'll do anything for some help. Please. See, we have reached the scene in a LeBron James film where it's like the film Spider-Man. The scene from Spider-Man is being recreated, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about the Stop the Train scene. You remember when Dr. Octopus, one of the villains from the Spider-Man movie, caused the train wreck? And what a coincidence. Isn't it quite odd how LeBron James starred in the movie Trainwreck? And the people on the train were about to die. They were about to lose their lives. But the almighty Spider-Man came to save the day. And that's exactly what's happening with the Los Angeles Lakers. It's heading for destruction. The train is going off the rails. But the scene doesn't end with LeBron James falling unconscious because he's so tired, because he's so exhausted from carrying the Lakers. Donovan Mitchell is exhausted. See, LeBron James, he could play forever because he's on steroids, allegedly. He's on the EPO juice, allegedly. But Donovan Mitchell is making history with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And it's going to be fairly easy for him to break nearly just about every Cavalier record. And Cleveland, they could potentially come out the East this year.